Welcome to the new age. This your guy Datwan. This is
LJ's view, like father, like
son. And let's get straight into it today. I don't know if you're watching this video on an iPhone, but that's what we're talking about today. Apple. We all know what just happened. News just dropped that Apple is moving forward with the autonomous driving vehicle that they plan to produce very soon. What's your thoughts on that? Apple's price has been surging up lately. It went all the way up to like 158, a little bit above 158. What's your thoughts as a pretty much a long-term Apple holder at this point?
Well, number one, I'm excited, of course, because I'm reaping the rewards from my pick in Apple. By the way, this is not any financial advice, but I am, full transparency, I am in Apple. So I'm excited about that. I think that Apple has two things working in their favor. Number one, their household name. They're heavy in the technology space, although EV is not necessarily the form of technology that Apple is accustomed to. I think the biggest factor on Apple's side is that they're, by them being a $2.6 trillion market cap, they have a lot of money to play with that they can easily monopolize in this industry and buy a company out who provides the tech or specializes in the technology, or merge with them and keep them on board to run that particular component of their business.
And I'm glad you bring that up, because earlier this year we got into a stock that was pretty much, it was speculative, but we played some of the rumors of ticker symbol MVIS. It had the company provide some of the technology that these autonomous vehicle companies will need. And you know, it was a lot of rumors that a car company could buy out that company, which was MVIS. And you know, it ran up from $6 to I believe $20 within 2 days, just off of rumors pretty much. So keep your eye out on speculative plays that could be tied to an Apple or even a Tesla or even a Rivian and Lucid moving forward.
Yeah,
the EV sector, money is pouring in.
Absolutely. It's a good time to be alive.
Exactly. So let me ask you this. Do you think Apple can compete? Because it's a lot of EV companies out here. You just attach an EV next to your car company name and you just got $1 trillion market valuation at this point. What do you think about Apple competing? It's hard to compete in the car industry. We know a lot of car companies go bankrupt.
Well, like I just said, you know, the good thing is that Apple doesn't have to be a first mover. All they have to do is play the game that a lot of these conglomerates is playing, which is monopolizing the industry.
Right.
You know, so if they buy out one of these smaller companies, MVIS or so forth, you know, then it will put them way light years ahead of the rest of the game.
And lastly, we're in Q4 right now, and we're going into Q1 soon next year. What's your thoughts on Apple's price target? Do you have a price target for Apple?
I would say conservatively 180. You know, Apple ran this time last year and it had a hefty run. So I just like to be conservative with my approach. Anything extra is icing on the cake.
Right.
So but even from this point up until 180 is a significant jump. You know, $22
so
jump.
You see a pretty good bull run for the next 2 to 3 months.
Absolutely.
Okay. Apple's running, EV's running, or some retracing. But let's talk about what can derail all of this, and that is the Fed chair. So recently Biden just talked about he's gonna pick a Fed chair before Thanksgiving or by the time Thanksgiving comes around. How do you think this will play a factor into the market right now?
Well, I think that we're accustomed to stability, right? And we have that, or have had that, with Jerome Powell throughout of the pandemic, right? So any shakeup, I think that people run for cover. You know, investors will begin to reallocate their portfolios into more safer or secure bets until things begin to smooth itself out.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used the word safer, because we all know the pretty much brutal poll numbers that Biden has been taking lately with his popularity. And to me, he kinda is in a tough position, because even if he wanted to choose a different Fed chair, he kinda gotta play it safe at this point.
For political reasons.
For political reasons. I mean, he is the president, but for president, he is a politician. And at this point, can he shake up the markets with how unpopular he is right now? I don't personally see it. I think that would be detrimental to him in the poll numbers that he's seeking to rebound from. So that's my take on it. You know, it's going to be interesting how the market plays out the end of the year. EV is starting to run. Keep your eye on the metaverse sector. It's still running ever since Facebook has joined the race. Anyway, you got the politicians doing political things, you got the EV sector doing energy things, and you got these two guys talking about money. We're in, we're out, we're out, we're in. This is what we do. Welcome to the new age.